Okay, so we're back with James Keoughan of Allie Beth Allman. James, this is a map, and there's a lot of homes here, and they have all different types of color codes here. I'm assuming these are cities, but they also represent homes that you have actually bought and sold for your clients. So just walk us around here.
Absolutely, Ron. Thank you so much. These homes represent properties that, again, I've either helped a client sell or a client buy. And when we're talking about the northwest suburbs of DFW, this is kind of a general map of those. If you see DFW, they're kind of in the middle of the map. And then everything kind of west and north and northwest is the suburbs that we're going to go into over the next series of videos, so that you can get an understanding of each of the towns and what all they have for families and homeowners, and what they're going to be able to enjoy. And again, these are suburbs, so that's a lot of family oriented areas with things to do for families. And so if you look at Coppell, that kind of is due north of the airport. And then on the north side of Grapevine Lake, you have Flower Mound. And then if you go out a little west and south of the lake, you'll see Roanoke and Trophy Club. That's the brown, the houses that are colored brown there. The green is Southlake. So it crosses over 114. So there's northern Southlake, and there's the southern part of Southlake right below 114. And then going back towards the airport, you've got Grapevine. And Grapevine straddles 114 and 121 along the north and west of DFW Airport. And then to the west of Grapevine, you've got Colleyville. And then kind of west of Colleyville and west of Southlake, you have the town of Keller. And so these are all, great, easy locations to get to DFW Airport. So if you fly for your career, if you have to go visit customers, in other parts of the United States, DFW Airport, that we have great access with these cities, great schools, great shopping. And then you are in any of these locations, you are about 30 minutes from downtown Dallas or 30 minutes to downtown Fort Worth. And a lot of people like that because they're kind of in the middle of the Metroplex and have easy access to the airport and to the downtowns to go to cultural events, museums and things of that nature. So this is a great area of the Metroplex that we call it here in DFW that allows great access to a lot of the locations that people want to go to.
Yeah, it's funny. So when Karen and I, so Karen's my wife, when we were first looking to make a move to Dallas, first of all, everybody in her, so my wife, she's CEO of a company called Technology Ball, and all of her friends and all of her associates said, well, you guys have to move to Dallas. And Karen's like, well, you got to introduce Ron to realtors. So one of her board members said, well, you've got to come out to Southlake. You've got to come out to, check it out. And I didn't know what Southlake was. And when I drove in, it was just like driving in Mayberry, right? It was like just great neighborhoods. There's just so much spirit, and great local restaurants, right? So when you think of suburbs in kind of the general sense, you think of Applebee's, you think of Chili's, you think of you sacrifice the coolness of downtown, but not places like Southlake and Colleyville where they're just developing these downtowns where you don't really have to leave, right? And that's so great about these locations.
Well, one of the attractions to Southlake, the number 2 school district in Texas, that's a big attraction, being close to DFW Airport. So again, if you fly out for your job or have to go see clients in other places across the country, we're 5 to 10 minutes away. But the thing that was developed by Brian Stebbins, who is a local architect and developer, he created our Southlake Town Square. And that is kind of the downtown, if you will, of Southlake. And it is, it's right there with the Apple Southlake Town Square is. So that's where our shopping is. The town hall is in there. We have a gazebo next to a lake where, we have bands that play on Friday and Saturday evenings during the summertime. We have movies that get played out there. So it's a great place where the community comes together and you can do shopping. There's these great restaurants, as you talked about. Certainly, we do have some chains, like there's a Cheesecake Factory, as you can see. But we have a lot of unique restaurants. So yes, you're not having to really travel too far to enjoy upscale restaurants and entertainment venues. And that's the beauty of the town square. The library's there, the town hall's there. So there's a lot of activity going on in the town square. So, and that's one of the things that when people come to look in Southlake, if that's something, a town that they're interested in, I always tell them to go visit the town square, go there for dinner or for lunch, and you'll definitely experience what a lot of us appreciate about the town square here in Southlake.
Yeah, and I'm just showing, so Karen and I, we've lived here since 2018, and all these little purple dollar signs. So those are all the transactions that I've closed in this area, and it's so popular. So there's tons of opportunity here. It's a great place to put down roots, and you could really, if you look at all of these different cities, you really have options, right? So, you certainly can swing for the fences and get into Southlake and Westlake and buy those $1 million homes, but you also can, put down roots and have a starter home in Keller and some of these other locations. So it's really incredible. So I'm really excited, James, that we're gonna have that opportunity to go out on the road and show people what it's all about.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be great to get you inside of some of these homes and see, what can I get for my dollar, right? If I have a certain budget, what town should I be looking in? What area should I be looking in? What can I get? And so that's, again, working with a great team like we have here can help you understand where should I go for my dollar to get into a great community for a certain price point. And would be glad to share my 20 years of experience. And again, this is a sampling of the properties that I've sold over the years. And so be glad to share my experience with everyone. And that's what this video series is going to be. It's, my experience in these areas. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great opportunity to see some homes.
Awesome. Let's get on the road.
All right.